Hi, welcome to the first edition of the Mid-Mo Nerd Show. I'm here with the owner of the Matalorians, Matt.
Hi, I'm Matt. We're going to use this with the third guy, too, Dakota, the owner of BK Games, but he's not here today, but we'll be spreading out all of his information.
And I'm Gary from Extremicon, the best Missouri Comic-Con there is.
Hi, Gary from Extremicon, the best Missouri Comic-Con there is. We're doing this to kind of get out information to, like, local nerds and just kind of, sit here and talk for a few minutes about just anything we're reading and cool stuff, new card games, which, again, card game guy's not here, looks at where Dakota should be sitting.
Frickin' Dakota.
And, Gary, you want to start off a little bit about yourself, like your background?
Yeah, former military child, so been all over the U.S., came to St. Robert a while ago, we'll just say. And one of the big things about this area is there was not a lot of stuff here, especially for nerds. So I started my Comic-Con because of that reason. And also with the military being here in and out, it's nice to show them some appreciation too and give them something to go to. And I also did a little bit of martial arts, had a school for a little bit.
Kung Fu master.
And then working for the military now. Also doing a little bit of a thing called Stop Soldier Suicide. Last month I did 30 miles with the family walk, and now I'm doing 50 miles with the rucksack, which is fun because, added weight always is fun.
Yeah, Gary's still looking good too from it because I keep making the joke he's been my biggest customer, now he's half of that. And tell people about Extremicon.
Extremicon is a Comic-Con event. We have a little bit of everything there. It's not just comics, it's artists, authors, gaming. We brought in table gaming with BK Games. And we do every kind of gaming, miniature, cards, you name it, we will probably do it. We also have a painting contest this year with miniatures from Concealed Collectibles. He will be running it.
Congealed.
My bad.
That's Ken.
Ken, don't forgive me.
Look at that kid.
Don't send info after me. And then we're going to have big guests, Millie Khan, the voice of Lucy from Peanuts. Greg Peters, he did the artwork on Animaniacs, Pinky the Brain, House of Mouse, and the Rugrats. We also have Rick Stasi, who did the artwork and writing for Marvel, DC, and Disney. So we got a nice round of guests that are coming this year. Then we also have the Boo Hill Bat Fan. Excuse me on that. Jody will probably kill me for that one. And then we also have the Missouri Ghostbusters and Wolford Family Cosplay. And a special dance group, which this is the first time we've ever done it, so definitely come down and see them, is Moon Magic Dance. They're going to actually do a performance on Saturday at 1. And Extremicon is September 28th and 29th. They will be there the 28th. And then, of course, we have the Matalorians going to be there, too.
Whoever those people are. A little background on me. I was born and raised here in St. Robert. We kind of moved around a little bit, but we've always stayed in the area, from Lakeway to Jerome, back to St. Robert, to Sweetburg, back to St. Robert. But
always come back to St. Robert,
always back to St. Robert, yeah. Well, my grandma was actually the first house on the street where we live here, so she settled this area about in the 50s. Her and another family, she came in first, their family fell in right after, and so it's kind of always been our little area.
It's funny, they always call this place the Black Hole because as far as you go away, you always seem to come back.
Always come back.
True for me, too. I left to go to Columbia, Missouri, and I came back.
I lived in Springfield for a little bit, came back. Been collecting comics since I was a little kid. My first book ever was an X-Men #1 from the 90s, the cool Magneto cover.
I can't tell you what my first comic was, but I know as long as I can remember, I've collected comics.
Yeah. I remember going to Whitmore Farms, and we saw that on the shelf, and it was just like, that one. And I don't think I ever read it till I was 10 or 11, but I got it when I was little. It's my book. I always look at the pictures. The picture's very cool. That awesome Jim Lee art. It's always what stuck with me as an adult.
Yeah, Jim Lee was a really good artist.
Yeah, and then I worked with several nerd stores around here after a while, including Dakota's BK Games, and then last couple of years was a little rough after the pandemic, and then just finding a job in the area. So me and my dad sat down and decided we're going to open our own store, and we're just like, what are we going to name it? Dad's like, I don't give a crap. And he walked away. So we're just going to call it the Matalorians.
Makes sense. I also think a little bit of that had to do with the Star Wars RPG game we were playing there for a little bit.
Which we're going to play that again here soon. For, Kaz's birthday.
When is Kaz's birthday again?
We're doing the 26th.
26th. Okay, good. Because I got to remember to write that down because I'm bad.
Oh, yeah. May is a busy month for me because May the 4th, we're doing a free comic book day event in my store, which is tomorrow as we're posting this, as long as I can figure out how to post this between now and tomorrow. Where we'll be giving out free books. We'll have vendors. Extremicon will be here. I don't know who those guys are.
And I'll be dressed up as Fred Flintstone because that's what the people wanted, so I'm going to give the people what they want.
Fred Flintstone won the poll. Congealed Collectibles will be here selling painted and unpainted minis. My wife, Kaz, will be here probably selling some Extremicon art if Gary remembers to bring it.
Yes. I know where it's at.
Okay. We'll have Destiny and Avery bring in their art. One of them will be here, but they'll bring in both art. Jed from the Goofy Goblins will be here. He doesn't have a booth, but he'll actually have... He has a permanent booth here, so he's not bringing a booth. So he's just going to sell off his own booth here. So I'm like, however you want to do it. He'll be running board games as well tomorrow for anybody who wants to play. And then I think Joe's going to come by and do an X-Wing demonstration.
That'd be good.
So it'll be a pretty busy day. We'll have free books to give out. I'm running discounts all day. We're doing 30% off store-wide. Then an additional 20% off anything Hot Wheels or Star Wars that day.
But you don't got the Hot Wheels I want. Oh, wait, can I say that?
No, we have all the Hot Wheels you want, Gary. We have all the Hot Wheels. I think we have the most Hot Wheels in the county. Or very close. Because there's a guy in Richland that has a bunch too, but... Yeah. We have the most Hot Wheels in the county for sale.
Yeah, that's good. And I didn't realize how much Hot Wheels were collected till recently.
Same.
I knew people collected them on the side, but I seen a guy in Walmart this morning going through all of them, stacking them up nice and neat, and trying to figure out which ones he didn't have. And I'm like, wow. I was just trying to find one, which I found out that anybody that knows me knows I'm a big Transformer fan, and they have one of Optimus Prime that I have got to find.
I will keep an eye out for that one, because we get new Hot Wheels in here every week that me and Dad buy as many Hot Wheels collections as we buy comic collections in here. So... Half the stores, like if you've never been here, we are half comics, half Hot Wheels at this point, and then a little bit of everything in between.
Yeah. Like, make sure you get your money spent here. You come in and you don't find anything, you're not looking that hard.
Right. Like, I'm sure Dakota will do his intro next time he's with us, because it'll be 3 of us at all times, but, 2 of us might make it.
Yeah, I'll be in and out because of my various commitments to Extremicon.
Yeah, and I'll usually always be here because we're kind of doing my store as the host. And
he doesn't have a choice.
I don't have a choice. But it'll always be at least 2 of us because you don't want to sit here and hear me talk to myself. I do that enough on a daily basis.
Are you saying you get bored with talking to yourself?
Sometimes. I don't have a lot of interesting to say to myself.
So, I remember watching an episode of Transformers Beast Wars, and Megatron's like, why do you always talk to yourself? Because I'm talking to someone intelligent. And yes, that's paraphrased. Don't, kill me for not saying the right words.
I love Beast Wars. That's a show I need to rewatch. I haven't seen that since I was little.
Yeah, they did really good with that. I wasn't sure after they, did the G1, because I'm a big G1 fan. They did the G2, which was just basically copying it and flipping it over for the G2, but it was so popular. Then they did the Beast Wars after it. And at first I was like, and then I started watching. I'm like, wow, this is actually really good.
I think that's what started me out with Transformers. And then I found out because my older brothers collected the actual G1 ones, and I'm just like, wait, they turn into cars? How do they go from animals to cars? And then I just had to sit there, and it's like, so I watched the G1. I've never seen all of that. That's one I need to sit down and kind of poke my way through it.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Even though the storylines don't match sometimes. When you're a kid, you didn't care.
That's most things. Most thing in the 80s and 90s is like, there's no continuity.
Yeah, it's like when they started, I think X-Men was the first one. Yeah, by the way, X-Men 97 is great if you haven't watched it.
It only took me 30 years to finish that show.
The only one that seemed to be consistent to the storyline up at that point, because like with Spider-Man's Amazing Friends, they had messed up the storyline quite a bit, and obviously
still have this they not finished the 90s Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was also really good
because we don't know where Mary Jane is.
At the very last one, they found they kind of hinted to where they're getting her.
Peter never saved Mary Jane, because that was a clone of her when he got married in that whole last season.
Yeah, because he went and found Stan Lee.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love that show. I would love to, I hope and says X-Men 97 is doing so good, they'll actually finish the 90s Spider-Man cartoon. And
Have you seen the 97 yet?
not yet.
Oh,
I've heard what happens.
God, I don't want to give you a spoiler so bad on
I'm not going
that.
to spoil on the podcast, Gary. I've seen the spoilers. My buddy Ross has already told me all the spoilers, so...
I'm just saying that there's a lot of good cameos in this last one for this week.
Oh, I got that spoiled on YouTube, but I saw it in a thumbnail.
Yeah, I was really impressed, and I love the fact that they're actually able to do it this time, because I was listening to them talk about when they did the first run of X-Men, how they couldn't say exactly who they were, but they said guy with hammer, the Thor, or guy that shoots webs because it was Spider-Man.
Yep.
And they did little cameos like that, or a magician for Doctor Strange.
It's because the rights were so weird back then. I mean, they were so weird. They're still weird now, because look at Madam Web. They did a Spider-Man movie without Spider-Man. Again.
Yeah, I wanted to watch it, but then I heard one of our close friends, Andrew, who watched it, and he's got his own thing about watching movies and put them on TikTok.
And when he has free time, he'll be with us too.
And he gave it an okay review. To me, an okay review from Andrew means that it's not worth watching. I'll watch it when it comes out on video.
Yeah, that man loves every movie. If he's going to sit down and say it's just okay, especially about a Spider-Man movie, considering Spider-Man's in most of his gamer tags, if he's going to tell me something Spider-Man's just okay, I'm like, well, I can wait without giving my money on that.
Yeah, it definitely...
Let's turn my phone on Do Not Disturb, because we probably just heard a lightsaber noise in the background.
Hey, that's for tomorrow, May the 4th.
Yeah, look at that, May the 4th, which, getting back to that, that's also my anniversary, so we got to make that a good day or my wife's going to beat me.
Yeah, I got to be nice.
Hey, you're the one, we're doing this PG-13 because of you.
I know, that's why I said I got to be nice. Can't put my inside thoughts out, which is okay.
Well, segue, since we're talking about movies, what's the best movie you've seen recently? It doesn't have to be new or old, it just...
Recently, Godzilla vs. King Kong was freaking awesome, which I was surprised, because when I seen the previews, I'm like, but it actually came out really good. That one surprised me. It's like in Wolverine versus Deadpool. Wolverine and Deadpool. I know it says Deadpool Wolverine, but I'm just going to say Wolverine, because that's who I really want to see there. Is going to be coming out on July 26th, which is also my birthday.
Nice.
And we're going to watch it, and then we're going to do a special premiere showing that Saturday up at Regal Theater in Rolla, which, if I cut down the weight like I want to, which I've been doing good, lost 27 pounds in the last couple of months, I'm going to try to be Wolverine. Found a suit that I can fit and everything, and got claws.
There's nothing wrong with fat cosplayers. That's not what Gary's saying. Don't cancel him.
No, that's what I'm saying. Usually, if you know me, I usually do bigger cosplays. I like Rocksteady, Fred Flintstone, and those ones I'm fine with because I'm a bigger guy. I don't mind showing it, and I have no problem with anybody else who's bigger that cosplays anything they want to, because it's not about everybody else. It's about what you like, and if people don't like that, that's on them, not you. But the reason why I want to cut down is because Wolverine is like one of my top heroes, so I want to make sure I look good for the part. That'd be like if I did an Optimus Prime cosplay, I'm not going to do it with cardboard. It's like, but if someone does it with cardboard, that's great. That's on, that's what you like. If you make it look good, that's fine. But I'm really meticulous when it comes to certain characters. Now, some of the other ones, like my Black Mask cosplay, I started out with a Jason mask, and it looked terrible, but I started out with it. I mean, it looks a lot better now, but still.
Well, you baby step your way up. Nobody starts with the beautiful Iron Man fully metallic costume in the first try. They're in their basement with the garage. If you can hear somebody talking in the background, that's my dad, co-owner of the store, pain in my butt. But yeah,
everybody's butt.
Yeah, everybody's butt. But yeah, nobody starts out with, even Iron Man didn't start out with Iron Man. He had the Mark I. He had the thing he built in the cave. It's okay every step along the way, and that's going to segue to, if you do Wolverine, I'll do Deadpool. I'll buy the stuff. We'll go around as Wolverine and Deadpool when you do all that stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I've been wanting to do Deadpool for a few years. I actually had the costume for a con down in, I think, West Plains, but I chickened out.
Was that the OzCon?
I think it was OzCon. It was more video game related than it was anything, but I chickened out real hard whenever I put the costume on, and so I just didn't do it.
Well, mine's just like I said, if I lose what I want to lose by then, because my goal, which is really unnerd related, but I'm just saying anyways, is June 28th, I actually got a friendly bet with someone I work with that I'll drop down to 270. I started out at 313. I'm at 286 right now. So it's a good shot that I'll win the bet. And if I do that, then I'm assuming I'll lose another 10 pounds, and by then I'll be right where I want to be for the Wolverine costume. The problem is they've actually got two, or actually several of them on Amazon, but two that I know I'm either going to fit in one or the other. It's either X3 or X2, and depending on what I weigh about then is depending on which one I'm going to get, because I could fit into X3 right now easily.
I'd still go with X3, because even then you can just tuck it in. You'd already have it ready to go.
Well, it's spandex. You can't tuck anything in.
Yeah, no, I'm buying baggy Deadpool stuff. I'm going to be fat pull all day long.
So, that's what
But yeah, speaking of Wolverine and Deadpool, like I have a sad story to tell, because I have to go see it. Because me, my best friend, and two other friends went and saw the first Deadpool together. Well, between Deadpool 1 and 2, one of the four friends took his own life. So now, like, the three of us got back together for Deadpool 2, and now the three of us are getting together for Deadpool 3. Because those are movies we have to go see now.
Did you ever get a hold of him?
Not yet. I think, so Justin, the best friend, is getting a hold of Trustin, because they work together. And you know Trustin.
Yeah.
Pain in our butts.
One who looks like One Punch Man without the cape?
Yeah, basically. Got that big old noggin. I love you, Trustin. he won't even listen to this.
I know, right?
I'm just...
Reminds me of another podcast I listened to not long, well, it was a little bit ago, from Jessica Cameron and Heather Dorff, which a lot of people may not know who they are, but they are actually indies horror movie people that were really big about in the, say, mid-2010s.
Huh.
Yeah, because they had one movie come out called Truth or Dare, and it was pretty popular on DVD.
I remember that one. Never saw it, but I remember it.
They were talking about, I think, who was it? The one guy that was in Young Guns, Lou Diamond Phillips. There. They were saying something about him in the podcast, and like, he probably don't listen to it anyways. It's like, yeah, so there's Tristan. He probably don't listen to it anyway.
Yeah. Going back to movies, like one I saw recently that I enjoyed was Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Yeah, that one was also good.
Yeah, I greatly like that movie's good. I know everybody has the internet friends that just hate everything, but I'll tell you, if you liked Afterlife, you'll like that movie.
The only complaint I can have about the whole movie, I mean, special effects were great. I loved the cameos in it.
Not enough Ghostbusting.
Was they kind of probably cut a half an hour off of it, and it wouldn't have made a difference in it.
Yeah, that's what your wife told me too. She was just like, yeah, it was a little too long.
But I mean, the storyline's good.
It sets up, like, they're setting up a universe, and that makes me happy, because I like anything to do with Ghostbusters.
And what I liked about that movie the most is he had his blue Ghostbuster outfit, which I happen to have a blue Ghostbuster outfit. So, it's like, hey, now I'm canon.
The other thing that made me laugh is they showed those red coats in the trailer really hardcore.
Yeah.
And they were, like, in the movie for, like, 10 seconds at most, but all the people went out and bought those red coats for outrageous amounts. I'm in several Ghostbusters groups on Facebook, and they're just complaining and just like, well, I went out and bought the coat because it was in the trailer. I'm like, you guys shouldn't buy things based on the trailers. You should wait till you watch the movie.
Well, you know what's funny about that, too, is I got mine from, we like to go to the bin stores and get stuff really cheap. And I got my overalls for like $7. And then all I did was slap on my Ghostbuster patch and my name, because they have a site on Amazon where they actually tailor and make your last name.
That's
put
cool.
on the thing, which I thought was really cool.
You have to sew it on, or is it just slap on?
I used some of the tailor glue.
Okay.
And basically it's stuck on there, but I may go ahead and have someone stitch it on real quick. And I definitely need that with my Ghostbuster patch, because it's Velcroed on there. So I could get demoted anytime. Like, you're no longer a Ghostbuster. Oh. But, yeah, I really like that, because I got a Proton Pack. I cheated on the Proton Pack, though. I was going to make it, but for what I could make it, and with my lack of time, I went ahead and went off of HalloweenCostume.com.
There's enough movie quality ones online. Like, it's cool to make your own, but it's also, if you just want to dress up as a Ghostbuster, I have no judgment. If you're...
I mean, the pack looks really good. They did a really good job on it. It wasn't the $300 pack, but it was the 100 or close to 100. I got a discount too, because Halloween loves to give you discounts. That's the best time to get them. Same thing with Spirit Halloween stuff. Wait till they go on sale. Sales are if they give you coupons.
Yeah, wait till that store's about to leave town for the year, and that building's going to sit empty for either a year or
until they come back next year.
until they move in a store that Spirit Halloween will somehow just kind of like weasel their way into whenever they move out.
I'm waiting for Spirit Halloween to catch up with Dollar General. I mean, you like blink your eyes for 2 minutes, there's a Dollar General everywhere. So I'm thinking that Spirit Halloween's going to like attach itself to all of them, and then they have like Spirit Halloween and Dollar General. Yeah, there you go.
We'll just call it the Haunting. Like, how many Dollar Generals are in this little town? Like 5 at this point? Yeah.
Yes.
Not including the ones like just on the highway, the little towns in the county. Like, I think we have 10 to 12 in the county.
There's a small town at the back of Fort Leonard Wood called Roby, Missouri.
Yes, they have
one. And I'm like, they only had like one gas station for the longest time, and their gas station was a grocery store.
Well, it's same thing with very small town Brumley, Missouri. They have a Dollar General. I actually worked at that one for a day. That was probably the nicest Dollar General I worked in.
Really?
Yeah, it was clean. Everybody was nice who came in. Like, the town looks like, when you pull into Brumley, Missouri, like, no offense to anybody from Brumley, Missouri. I love you guys now. But when I used to pull in that town, it was like the hill has eyes. And, like, it was, you could hear the banjos when you pull up.
Well, that, and if you drove too quick, you'd really blink and miss it. I actually had a kind of a car accident in there one year. I was actually working at Captain D's when I was up there, and I was coming back, and it was snowing outside, and I mean, you can't make some of the stuff up in my life stories.
We'll have plenty of stories to tell on the podcast.
I was going down the road, lights went out in my car, electric went out, because my alternator belt got jacked up, and my battery went out, and my alternator went out, all at the same time. I slid down the road in the dark, when it's snowing, and just went through the backwoods, and then I finally hit a little bit of brush, and car finally stopped, and then I was walking on the side of the road, and highway patrol actually stopped and helped out, and he brought me over to a hotel. Hotel was really good about letting me stay there. I said, hey, I forgot my checkbook, which I did, in my car, and so they let me stay there and then get the checkbook, which probably won't happen ever nowadays, but they went there, they let me stay there for the night. I came back, wrote them a check, and ended up, I just popped one tire out of all that besides the alternator, battery, and that being out, which I was really lucky. I mean,
the one time I dealt with stuff like that, it was we were going through, the sharp turn in Buckhorn as you're going past the Shell station.
Yeah.
It was black ice. We literally went around the corner, did a complete 360, and just sat there for a second, and oh, we're fine, and just kept going.
There must be something with that road. I was going there. They had a greenhouse at one time down there, and this lady parked on the side of the road. Mind you, it was snowing outside, and first car did not know how to take care of her car. Mind you, make sure you do your tires every winter. Make sure they're good, because my tires were almost bald when I went around the corner, and I slid to the side, barely touched her car, only busted her tail light. Oh, my car had a huge dent in it, though. I'm like, how does that even work? But I mean, that was my first car accident ever, and I was a teenager then, so second car actually, and this was like, learned how to take care of my car since then. Yeah,
my first car accident was when I lived in Springfield, which was already stressful because I didn't like driving in city traffic compared to here. And this lady was in my blind spot, or I was in her blind spot. It was my fault 100%. And the lady, luckily, was super nice because it was the middle of traffic, the middle of town. I did a little dent in her car, and it knocked my headlight completely out. To the point where it was laying on the ground, which, it was my first car.
It was a really sad car then.
Yeah, it just looked like he was winking all the time. But it just, it was my first car, so it didn't take much to fall apart. She just, got out of the car, and she's like, hey, this is going to sound weird, but we're in the middle of traffic. The police station's right up the road. Do you want to just go up there and fill out the report? I'm like, yes, please. I'm stressing out. I'm confused. I'm upset. And she's just like, let's go. Just follow me up there, and we'll go up there. We'll get and just...
She holds your hand, too.
Pretty much. It sounds like this random stranger in the middle of Springfield, Missouri, just, babied me all the way through my first car accident, even though I hit her. That's the stranger's kindness you hear about from people. That's what I like.
Yeah. And it don't happen often. I mean, and it happens, though.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
I wish it wasn't as rare as it was.
Yeah. Well, I mean, anymore, you get skeptical on people because if you try to help them out, are they going to say anything about you? Or, it's not like it used to be where people are really thankful. Now you have to worry about if you offend them in some way or, if they take advantage of your kindness.
Yeah, which that happens a lot. Like, a lot.
And it's really sad out there, but there's still a lot of people out there. Like, what amazes me now, there was a time when I'd hold open the door for people, and they gave me this look, but it seems like more people are saying thank you.
Yeah. Well, it's because kindness doesn't happen a lot anymore.
Yeah.
And just little acts go a long way.
There's even one time I stopped on the side of the road. There's a girl that was on the side of the road and was getting ready to turn dark.
That's how a horror movie starts out.
Yeah. It was like, and I parked a little bit of ways from her, and I walked up because I didn't want her to think I was going to like snatch her in the car. And I walked over there, and I was like, "Do you need any help?" She's like, "No." It's like, my boyfriend's coming. I mean, just really snotty, like, "Hey, thank you." He's like, "Thank you for stopping and checking on me," because that's all I was doing. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. And I just walked off and left. So she could have been there the whole night.
Yeah. I see it from her point of view, too, where, especially you and I being larger men, like, they don't know us. We're big people.
That was before I was really large. I mean, I was a little bit bigger built, but not.
Yeah. I also heard stories about you back then. You were very intimidating looking.
That was before I got intimidated.
But I understand, too, though. It's the middle of the night. You don't know who this person could be. Like,
it was like right before dawn. So it wasn't in the middle of the night. It was like right about, say about 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it wasn't during wintertime. It was during like spring.
I get the safety thing, though.
Yeah.
Like,
but again, there's like, you could have just said, thank you.
It's a coin flip. It is a coin flip. But anyway, back to nerd stuff. We kind of tangented hard there. Every episode will be like this because we all have ADHD.
Get the babbling idiots on there.
Right. So that's what we should have named it, is the Babbling Idiots. What are they going to talk about today? Who knows? Because we don't come in here with a game plan.
Best things happen without game plans.
Yeah.
Smarter things happen with game plans, though.
Oh, yeah. Smarter things. The one thing I wanted to talk about is since we've opened up a comic store here in December, January, kind of in that month period. December we were open, but we were just kind of setting everything up.
That's funny.
Little Buzz Lightyear that my dad brought over here.
On the rocket.
Yeah, and we have our actually first comic event going on. It's a Superman and Lobo crossover, and it is really good because Brainiac came to the Earth, took everybody pretty much that's tied to Superman but Superman, because he's trying to figure out why Superman persists and why he keeps doing he's literally doing a study on Superman right now. So his first task is I'm going to make him as angry as possible and see how calm he stays. And Superman's not calm, but he's still calm. He's not calm for Superman. He's calm for Batman, though. Yeah, had this been Batman, Brainiac would have been taken apart by now.
Yeah.
But he found a bunch of the Zarnians, Lobo's people. I guess he had them in I'm assuming he had them in one of his little bottle cities.
Yeah. That
he took whenever they blew up that planet. And now they're out hunting and doing things. They're the ones that helped kidnap all the Kryptonians. And now Superman and Lobo are teaming up, because first thing Superman did is go straight to Lobo wherever he was at and just punch him directly in the face. And
sounds about right.
I mean, that's how you get Lobo's attention. He ain't going to respect you regardless.
I know one of my favorite fight scenes was Lobo versus Wolverine in the DC versus Marvel.
Oh, yeah. I never actually read those.
Oh, Matt.
Gary, I have so much to read.
That's one of the best reads.
You forget I'm 20 years younger than you.
I know. I have more experience, but lately you've been reading the more newer stuff than I have. So
I have to. Mine's the new stuff, though. I got to keep up with that. The old stuff I can kind of wing it most of the time, but I'm fairly well acquainted with most stories. I'll read them here and there. And I'll say this, and it's going to, I'm sure 8 people are going to, instantly stop listening. They're comic book fans. But for me, a lot of the older books are a lot slower paced for me.
Yeah, because I know you disagree with me on Secret Wars. Secret Wars is definitely my favorite Marvel series, but it's the first time they actually had all the groups of heroes in Marvel pretty much get together and do something, and villains as well.
Secret Wars has its importance. Secret Wars is a great story. Secret Wars did things for its time, but that is a story I cannot get into no matter how many times I sit down and read. I know. I know. I don't know what it is. It's just... what's it, George Perez that wrote it back in the day?
I don't know. You're the comic expert.
I am. You're the comic expert. You've been collecting comics longer than me.
I couldn't tell you everybody's name.
But I think it was... and I like the writing, but it was just... It's the same problem you had with the Ghostbusters movie.
30 minutes too long.
It's just... Every panel feels like William Shatner talking in the original Star Trek to me. Like, they're trying to fill up screen time.
The best thing about the whole series is what?
What, Secret Wars?
Yes.
Oh, Venom.
Yeah.
Black Suit.
That's where Venom came from.
Yeah. Like, it has its importance. I love Black Suit Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. I actually recently played through the new Spider-Man 2 and completely platinumed the game. That was a good experience. I don't know. I think it's just a little too slow for me. Like,
here's another good one that's from the oldies. How about the Contest of Champions?
see, never read it.
And that has one of the best fight scenes in it too. It has Wolverine versus Black Panther. That's where I actually started liking Black Panther from, because they're like really evenly matched, because they both got super senses. They both got super athletic abilities. I mean, except for and then you got the vibranium suit versus adamantium claws.
Yep,
so
like they are pretty
well
evenly matched, and like you throw Captain America in there, like it's a good trio.
Yeah,
because everybody forgets, especially comic Captain America. He is shoved to the side so often because he's nicely putting as a boring character in the comics most days. He's a safe character.
Yeah, I think with Captain America, I love the movies. The movies were freaking awesome. They couldn't have did them any better.
Yeah, no, Chris Evans. Actually, we'll get to that, but I would change one thing about the movies. But you're thinking about Captain America first.
I liked Captain America with the Avengers. I think he was an important part. It's like Cyclops with the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like him individually doing stuff, but like with the group, it makes a really great part of the group.
That's how I feel about Deadpool. I can't read... If it's a Deadpool issue that it's just Deadpool, I can't do it. But if he has Wolverine, Cable, Cyclops, any of the Avengers to play off... He needs a straight man to play off of.
Yeah, I was about to say, they get the people that they can play off with, and they do really good.
Yeah, because if not, it's just like... And like, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. Like anything that I make fun of or talk down about, like, I'm not judging you for enjoying it. You enjoy what you enjoy. That's just not my cup of tea, and I'll support you in every endeavor of that character you love. But like with that one, it's just I need somebody else with him, like especially Cable. Like if he has Cable, I'm laughing my butt off because Cable is just sitting there done with everything.
Yeah, he's kind of like the future version of Cyclops. Really, he's pretty serious, and
it's a Cyclops son.
And yeah, it's like. Again, I want to talk about X-Men 97.
Oh, I know. When the show is over, and we'll give it like another week, we'll talk about it on the podcast. We might dedicate...
That way everybody can binge watch it?
We might dedicate like an episode to it, make Dakota sit down and watch it.
Hey, can we time to the chair?
We can. PG-13.
I was being innocent.
No, I was going to say something worse. But anyway, going back to Captain America in the movies, the thing I did different with him is kept everything the same. Right until Endgame happened, all the way to the ending. But I would have featured Old Man Cap in some of the movies after that. I think that's the biggest problem. Like, we will never be political on here. I will never get political, and I will slap these two if they try, even accidentally. But so this is not like political me hating on the newer Marvel movies, because I enjoyed Guardians. I enjoyed Captain Marvel. Yes, I said it. I enjoyed Captain Marvel, but it's the most comic accurate one they've done lately, because they got all three of their comic versions very good. And the ending of that... Oh,
you mean the Marvels?
Yeah, the Marvels. The ending of that, speaking of X-Men 97, the end credit scene with Kelsey Grammer Beast was really cool.
Yeah, that was really good. I'm kind of have mixed emotions about it. I love the fact that they brought out Photon, Pulsar, whatever they want to call her now. The old
I think it's Photon in this movie, because Monica Rambeau, and then you got Kamala.
I really liked the way, because she was really good when they brought her on the Avengers, and she came out in the Spider-Man comic. Just want to throw that out there. They really did good with that, and I like that part. I'm not a big Ms. Marvel fan.
That's fair.
It's nothing against the character herself. I mean, she's actually going to a certain audience, more younger audience, and everything.
Like we always talk about, like, we're not the Miss Marvel target audience.
No.
But she was a really good Miss Marvel.
Yeah, and I think the one good thing about that movie is they brought in kind of everybody's different interests throughout the ages. Like, with me, Photon was, like, really cool because she came out in the 80s. And then Ms. Marvel's a newer character, so it's for the younger audiences. And then Captain Marvel's been out for a while now. So she was the original Ms. Marvel. Yeah,
like she same issue right after I think Marvel appeared. She appeared. Yeah, so that's why it makes me laugh when everybody's like, "Well, she stole it." I'm like, she's been around just as long as Marvel, guys.
He was around just a little bit longer than her, but
one issue, because I think he was 12 and she was 13 of Marvel superheroes.
Yeah, but then he came out with he was originally the Blue Kree.
Yeah.
when he came out, and then from there, now when they turned him into Captain Marvel, that's when they shut off from there.
But yeah, the thing, I know a lot of people didn't enjoy Ant-Man for whatever reason. I thought it was I need to rewatch it. I think I watched it too quick.
It was okay. I think they could have did better. I think what the problem is Kang's so powerful, and I think they underrated his power.
Yeah.
And that's where the people have the problem at, because, I mean, he came from the future and the comic line,
and Kang's supposed to be this. I think we're switching because of real world things that we're not going to get into. But I think they're switching Kang to either actors or something other villain. But Kang is supposed to be the Thanos of this phase, and we've only seen a little bit of Kang and a little bit hinted at for him, like Big and Loki. Like Loki was fantastic. I still haven't seen season 2, so
yeah. Well, he's not Kang himself, but a version of Kang pays a big portion of that.
Season 1, he's at the end of the one above all, the one after all, whatever they call him in that one.
Yeah.
But the thing that I think would have tied everything together in all this, and then something they could have worked for or happened at the end, and I know if Chris Evans wanted to leave or didn't want to do it anymore, I understand that. Old man Captain America. Just being like the leader, trying to find an Avengers team. I
seen something, and I don't know if it's true or not because it's on the web, so you never know. 50-50 shot on that. But they talked about him doing something else.
I hope so.
I don't know whether it was, as the Human Torch or whether it was as Captain America. For those of you who don't know, he was Human Torch too.
I loved him as Human Torch.
I thought
not another team
that
movie.
version of Fantastic Four was really good. They made it very comic accurate and a lot of things with the little things.
Yeah.
Like Mr. Fantastic falling asleep on the computer and then getting up and he had the keyboard on his face.
That one had the family dynamic down. The stories weren't as over the top as they should be, but they had the family dynamic. I still am salty about what they did to Galactus.
Yeah, that part I didn't like at all.
Yeah, I don't care how goofy it is. You put a giant man in a purple suit for me.
Yeah,
that's all you got to do.
They should have did that, and that would have made that movie about 100% better.
Like all the old movies, my only gripes about them would have been just make them a little more comic accurate, and I'd have been happy. Yeah. If they made Eddie Brock a bigger guy in Spider-Man 3, I wouldn't have been that mad. But he was a little pencil guy.
Spider-Man 3, I think they should have put into 2 different parts.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I think they tried to cover a lot of ground in a little short amount of time.
Well, from what I heard on that one, it was Sony shoving Venom into that movie. That was supposed to be just a Sandman movie. Maybe Goblin Jr. as well.
Yeah, we'll see. I could see both of those going in there and building off of that and having him in the black suit, and then maybe had a 4th movie with him fighting Venom, and that being the main thing that he fights.
Well, you gotta think back then. Venom was brand new and popular when that came out.
Right.
Nobody had really seen Venom before. I think he'd only been around for 5 or 6 years at that point. Venom didn't come out till the 90s. Actual Eddie Brock Venom.
Yeah.
Because Spider-Man 300, I think, was 91, 92.
Yeah, I was trying to think when he came out. It's because I was taking a break from comics then because, I was going to college.
Yeah.
So couldn't afford comics.
That was the big comics boom, too, when everything kind of just went away.
Yeah. In the 90s when they had 20,000 X-Men comics, and I tried to keep up. I couldn't. Then Spider-Man. And then I think the thing that killed me with Spider-Man at that point in time is when they killed Aunt May.
Yeah.
That one didn't... I know she wasn't killed, but she died, and it's The
thing that kills me with Spider-Man is I love him, but they will never stick to a story. Because, they spent months, the Nick Spencer run, the second newest run, getting Mary Jane and Peter back together, finally. After, 20 years, they were back as a couple, only for the next #1 to have them broken up. It didn't even explain it. They just said there's some kind of time jump, and now they're broken up. I was like, what?
Excuse for everything. Time jump.
But yeah, I think Marvel editorial has just a goal to keep Mary Jane and Peter apart. But I'm he needs to grow as a character.
Yeah, he does.
They've even let Batman grow as a character. But Peter Parker has to be that college kid. I want to see Peter's been an adult since the 70s.
Okay, I'm gonna throw this one out there. The Spider-Verse. I love what they did with that because it's I hate when they take and erase the old character away. I like it when they include the old character in the building of the character.
Yeah.
Because Miles Morales was really good because of the fact that they didn't take Peter Parker away. They just added Miles Morales to it, and he became Spider-Man.
Yeah, he actually learned from his universe as Peter.
And then the other one that I thought was really good is when they didn't take Captain America and say, oh, he wasn't here. But instead, they made Falcon Captain America, which actually followed the comic line fairly well too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it wasn't a takeaway; it was an ad.
Yeah, like they add on most of the time, and a lot of internet people are just dramatic.
Yeah, I like it when they add, like I said. Now, when they do different dimensions add them in there, that's a little bit different. But when they completely cut the character out, it's like you're losing your old audience. And that's not going to be the good, because while you're gaining new audience, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
But you're cutting out your old audience, so you're just cutting your base.
I mean, comics have done that every 5 to 10 years for the past 30 years. They do the new Coke versus classic Coke thing. They get everybody in an uproar about all the new characters. And like, oh look, we brought back classic Thor. And then everybody goes back and buys it. It's clickbait. It gets people to up their numbers just a little bit. Thor's not selling too good. Okay, cool. Replace him real quick. Bring in Jane as Thor.
And guess that's back to the old Superman things. Like, what are we gonna do with Superman? Let's kill him.
Yeah, that's even when they did that in Batman versus Superman, and it's just like, yep, we killed Superman. I'm like, you guys couldn't give him like a movie of being dead. You had to bring him back in the end credits scene.
Yeah, I wasn't overly impressed with that movie. They could have cut that movie in half and been good.
That should have been 3 different movies. Like, you should have had Man of Steel 2, the Batman intro, like Ben Affleck should have got his own Batman movie, and then you have Batman versus Superman, and then after that, then we bring in Doomsday. I have Man of Steel 3 with Doomsday, and then Batman comes to help, Wonder Woman comes to help.
I think that's probably DC's worst problem, is they don't really put time into characters, it seems like. I did like Blue Beetle. They did really good with Blue Beetle. But like the Flash movie, the best part of that whole movie was Michael Keaton Batman.
Yeah, that
it wasn't
movie,
even Flash.
I feel bad for Flash fans with that movie, because they couldn't have made him more unlikable an individual as the Flash.
Yeah.
Real world things they did aside, I couldn't stand, like, his characterization of the Flash was just weird.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I love the Flash TV show. That Flash is really good.
Yeah, they should have. I still think they should have. I know it would take reshoots. They should have paid Ezra Miller what they needed to be paid to just dip out of the contract and just reshoot with Grant Gustin. The movie's already been reshot 10 times anyway. Right. Just put Grant Gustin in there. He'd have done it. That man loves being the Flash.
Yeah, and he does a great job. I mean, when I started watching the Arrow show, at first I was kind of like, and then I started watching it and it started getting better as it went along. And then when they brought in Flash, I was like, I liked him from the minute he started as Flash.
Yep. Arrow never grabbed me in the beginning because Ollie Queen's a little different. That's where my comic fandom comes in a little, because I'm a DC fanboy, and Oliver Queen's more of a goofball in the comics. The show
he was
felt
more
like
serious. It felt like a knockoff version of Batman.
It was Green Batman. It was Green Batman. He had the Arrow Cave. I know he has that in the comics as a joke, but he took it way too seriously in the show. He literally had the League of Shadows. Like, it was a Batman story for like the first 2 seasons.
Yeah. I mean, I did kind of like some of the things about it, though, with him being a vigilante, and then they started adding into it, and then he finally got called the Green Arrow.
Yeah, like it was fun, and it was good for what it was, and I like Stephen Amell, is that his name?
Yeah.
I like him as him. I just think if they would put a little, like, the humorous episodes they did with him were very good, and I'll say it, I liked him as Casey Jones. I know a lot of people didn't like that movie, but that movie I had a blast. I don't take the Michael Bay movies as serious as everybody else does. I have a blast with all of them, just because they're good popcorn explosion movies.
I liked it because they had Bebop and Rocksteady in it.
They were so goofy. I loved them. And the new one was good, too, if you haven't seen that yet. The animated one, the Seth Rogen one.
Yes, I did.
I love that one.
Matter of fact, I did a premiere for that.
You did, I remember.
As Bebop and Rocksteady. My wife dresses up as Bebop. I make a good Rocksteady. But if I do lose all my gut, though, I am going to get like a pillow or something to put in there.
So you can keep doing it.
So I can keep on doing it, because I do like that character just for that reason.
Yeah, no, that movie was, I actually had a blast.
I already got everything for it, so I might as well just keep on doing it.
Like, Seth Rogen's on a roll in what he does, because I liked him as Donkey Kong in the Mario movie.
Yes.
Like, he was so funny. I was going to say something earlier about Batman, but I forgot what I was saying.
Really like to do a Donkey Kong suit. And then, because, I do Mario, too.
Yeah.
Another one I'll have to add the pillow to later.
Yeah, Mario's kind of fit. He's just short.
He's got the round belly on all the games.
A little bit.
That's originally why I started playing him. Like, oh, it's a big guy. I can play him.
Yeah, Mario's just an Italian plumber made by Japanese people. I was going to say something else about another movie, but I lost it. We tangented too hard on that one.
Yeah.
It was DC stuff, because how, like, you were talking about how, like, DC doesn't quite put as much time into it. It's because they kept trying to catch up with Marvel instead of just doing their own thing. It's like, well, we got to get Justice League, and we even put Joss Whedon on the Justice League. I'm like, guys, you just need to do your own thing. Then the fact that, because everybody's, and I understand why everybody's weary about James Gunn being in charge, just because it's a new thing. DC's already burnt us once in their movies. But the fact that I knew more about Peacemaker than Superman in the DC universe, gives me faith in James Gunn, considering he did the entire Peacemaker show.
I was not a big fan of the Peacemaker show, and it just...
I like John Cena just because he's a giant goofball.
Yeah, he is.
And he's like the most wholesome dude you've ever seen. Like, you know, he has the most Make-A-Wishes ever.
Well, my wife told me about this. I guess he was doing a podcast, or maybe it was actually some kind of show. But he was talking about, I guess they got a topic of bigger women. And like, he's like, yeah, I did a 300-pound woman before. And she's like, I have total respect for him. I like John Cena as an actor better than I do a wrestler.
Yeah, I like him as a wrestler. He actually came out when I was like the right age, because the Attitude Era had just ended. All my favorite wrestlers had left. Like, I'd lost Mick Foley, I'd lost both the Dudley Boys, the Hardy Boys. Edge and Christian split up and were no longer the hardcore people.
Yeah, then they came back on AEW.
Yeah, and I never had the channel for AEW.
AEW was not too bad. I liked it. They showed Sting retiring. Sting's my favorite wrestler of all time. And I know Sting ain't listening, but Sting, your favorite wrestler, mainly because of this. I mean, I was already a Sting fan. Mm-hmm. We were up at Shrine Moss in Springfield, and they're having all the bad guys come out the back. So I had an idea. I'm like, I wonder if the good guys are coming out in the front. So I ran around, ran up the stairs. I ran right flat into Sting. I'm like looking up at him, and he's like, hi. And the only thing I can say was hi. It's the first time I ever got shell-shocked or starstruck by anybody. And I walked him to his car. And some kids followed me. They seen what I was doing. They came over there, and the Steiner brothers were getting in the car with him. And the Steiner brothers did not want to sign autographs for anybody. Sting talked them into signing autographs for everybody. I didn't have a pin on me. I had the Sting shirt and everything. No. So I never got his autograph. And back then I was too shy to ask people about it. Now I'd be like, hey, kid, can I borrow that so we can sign this real quick? But I actually got the thing, and Sting was completely nice. He let me, like I said, let me walk to his car. He hung out for a few minutes, and it was great. It's like, and he will forever be my favorite wrestler because of just that moment.
That is really cool. I've only had one cool experience with a celebrity, and that's because of you.
Which was that?
Carla.
Carla was really good.
Yeah.
Carla Perez, actually Rita Repulsa from the Power Rangers, who's the evil woman, is actually probably one of the nicest people out there that you could get to go to a con.
Yeah, first Extremicon I ever went to. It was just, we had a booth across from them. She would always come over and talk. We'd talk to her. It was super fun. And then I got a picture with her before we left. And we went dinner at the end, and I'm literally just sitting there across the table from the villain of my childhood cartoons. We're like, this is such a wild experience.
I still get that way when we have our dinners before the thing. It's like, you get up there, he's like, I can't believe I'm talking. Like, you know, Melanie coming this year. Lucy from Peanuts, I watched every freaking year. You know, Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's, Easter.
My mom is going to be there day one. I'm getting her an autograph, a picture, and everything. They have a cat named Lucy. They have a cat named Charlie. They have a cat named Peanut.
Well, I feel bad for her because I got a Charlie Brown Christmas tree I want her signed. I got a Valentine's card I got this year. I'm going to have her signed to me and my wife. And then, what else did I get? I'm probably going to get a pop because they have the Halloween Lucy pop. I seen it on Amazon. I'm going to get that before she comes.
I hope they do, if they haven't already, like just a Lucy pop of her in her psychiatry stand.
They do not.
That would be a cool
reminds
pop
me,
to have.
we are going to have, which is only going to be on this podcast for the moment, we're going to actually get a stand for her and her psychologist just so people can take pictures with her and the psychologist.
That's really cool.
Yeah, because I seen it at a con and I asked her, I was like, well, how did they get that? She goes, well, we ordered it was a lemonade stand off of Amazon, but then they painted it to make it look like the...
Oh, yeah, because it wouldn't take much to make it look good.
No. So, yeah, I'll be experimenting with that before the time. That'd be fun.
Say, let Dad know. They'll help you do some woodworking on it.
And so, yeah, I'm going to be sitting with her, and we take him to the local fudge factory.
We can call it. It's called Uranus. It's a name. It's a planet.
And
it's actually right across the highway from us. Every time I try to make a post from my phone, it asks me if I want to check into Uranus. I'm like, I'm not there. I'm in my house. Leave me alone.
Last year we did it, and we took, who was it, Andrew and was it Andrew last year? Well, we took Andrew Rothenberg, Noel Hannibal. Andrew Rothenberg, most people know him from The Walking Dead.
Yeah, you had him last year.
And Noel is mainly known for Star Trek. She was the first Vulcan on Earth. And we took them, and then who else came with us?
You had the anime guy that played the Hulk.
Oh no, that was actually the year before that.
That was the year before then. Okay.
We took them to Uranus. Noelle didn't believe that there was a place called Uranus, and they started seeing the signs coming up. She's like, "You were serious?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then and John Anderson, that was the third one from that year that went up with us. He actually came down to go to that.
That's funny.
And then he's like, "Hey, I'll go to the con too." And so then we had the following year was Armin Taylor. He plays Hulk and the Spidey and His Amazing Friends, and a lot of anime.
A lot of anime.
And then also we had Ben Bladen, who was on The Walking Dead. He played one of the walkers. He's also in Haunted Mansion. Mm-hmm. He played the Hatchet Ghost. And then he was in something else. I think it was The Exorcist he was in recently, too. He's one of the cops. And we took them all up there, and they had a blast. It was like it's something different. And, I mean, it's actually, despite the name Uranus, is actually a family-friendly environment, and they got like a dinosaur set up there, rockets, and I mean, it's really cool.
It's a very cool tourist trap.
Very nostalgic when you walk in there. I suggest if you come down to St. Robert, it'd be a good place to stop in.
Yep, come down there and then like come
stop
right over
to
across
the Matalorians.
Yeah, right at the Matalorians. We're right across the highway. All right over here at 15745 Hardin Lane.
And I'll make sure I do that because, he's on the podcast. But yeah, we had a blast with that. And then we're going to try to do that again this year. I know Greg Peters is definitely in for it. He's the one that did the Animaniacs, Rugrats, and House of Mouse.
That's cool.
And so far, I'm going to ask Melanie because I don't know what kind of humor she has. So let's hope it's a good one. And then Rick Stozzi's also coming. So we'll try to get them three to come down there. And of course, our Boot Heel Bat Fam leader is definitely want to go to that because it's definitely his sense of humor.
I need to get me a Batman cosplay. Like, I have a mask that I have, but it's literally the cool one from the thing I like about Batman versus Superman was all the costumes.
Yeah.
But it's the one where he has the goggles and everything, and it's the front half of the mask. All I gotta do is get a little ski mask for the back of it. But I want to do a Batman cosplay. I might wear it to Extremicon for a booth. Speaking of, since we're running up on an hour here, you want to go through your dates again?
Okay. Well, let's start with Dakota the No-Show.
Yeah, Mr. Dakota out playing Pokemon.
Oh, Mr. Dakota had over at BK Games is going to have a release of the Disney cards, which I don't know much about. Lorcana, Ursula's Return is coming out 5/17. 5/24 is actually going to have two different things. It's going to have Pokemon Twilight Masquerade, which is available 5/20, and then 5/24 again. Yu-Gi-Oh! Rarity Collection 2, which Yu-Gi-Oh! I haven't played since it originally came out. Loved the game then, now I'd be so confused if I played that.
James is trying to get me back into that, so I'm trying to learn on that one.
So that'd be interesting. Love the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Dark Magician was always my guy.
I don't care what version of it is. And then, of course, Extremicon, we are very packed busy with doing appearances. We've got 5/4, we're coming here tomorrow to do Free Comic Book Day at Matalorians. Of course, I'm dressed up as Fred Flintstone, as I previously mentioned, and there'll be some free giveaways there, including comics, and he's going to have all kinds of discount stuff. We're actually going to have, seeing how it's only on the podcast, I'm going to say this, we're going to do our $10 tickets for the day.
Ooh.
Only at the Matalorians.
Also, for the podcast, I'm going to announce I have 10 3D printed that I still need to paint today once the rain gives up. Little Mandalorian helmets that I'm going to give out to people.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so first 10 customers, I have one I kept for me because it's my little memory thing. And I have 12 total. I'm getting one to me and one to Andrew since Andrew can't make it. Right. But the first 10 will just go out to people, pick up their books. We also have the new event Blood Hunt for Marvel coming out. They sent us cool little vampire teeth and cards that I'm going to be giving out. And we have plenty of issue 1s for that. We're probably going to do 25% off of those. I'm also going to let 25% off. I'm going to let Gary finish his thing before I go into my sales.
Yeah. Didn't I just get my copy today?
I know. I just
5/18, there's going to be Fort Fandom, which is the second time they've ran a Comic-Con up at Fort Leonard Wood. It will be at the Pershing Community Center, which is off of Indiana. And I don't know what I'm going to do for cosplay there, but we are going to have free giveaways at our booth. If you are there, definitely come by and see us. And we'll also have special prices on tickets there, too. Not as good as the Mandalorian ones, because that's a special premiere price, because it's actually the first time. Yeah, that too. Not to tell you what kind of special we are, but. And then a final date for May is we're going to do 5:30, last day of the month, until June 2nd. They're going to have Extremicon over at Springfield, Missouri. And we're going to be there the whole weekend, dressed up in different things, and we're going to be giving away stuff there, too.
Nice. Hey, and even this is our first podcast ever, so it was literally just us kind of randomly doing it, trying to figure it out. And now, even it's given us a warning that an hour is enough, so we have like 4 minutes left. So, again, Dakota will be here. We'll have Andrew here. It'll always probably be me here, but then we'll have several, like Gary, Dakota, or Andrew, the main ones. We're going to try to get guests. I'm sure Extremicon people, when Gary gets closer, we might have a few people that want to be on here. Once, we get word out, that'd be cool. Like I said, come by BK Games. They're open 7 days a week, I think at noon every day. If you want all your gaming collectible needs, come by.
With Ed?
With Ed. Young Eduardo, he is a good boy. No matter what anybody, especially Dakota, says about him.
Ed, Danny, and Ryan.
My store is the Matalorians. I am open Wednesday through Saturday at noon. And then we have Extremicon coming up September 27th and 28th.
28th and 29th.
28th, 29th. I had it backwards.
If you're coming to 27th, you're going to have to help set up.
I mean, I'll probably be there on the 27th.
No, you don't have no choice.
But yeah, we're going to do this at least try to do it every other week until we get it all figured out and we get the kinks worked out of it. And shout out at the end I want to give is to Shubidubert, Ben Schubert of Comic Comedians. He's kind of helped me figure all this stuff out and set this up. He has his own podcast. The boy's graduating this week. I'm actually very proud of him. I think this week or next week he's graduating. He told me yesterday. I forgot. I'm bad with dates.
I think that's a contagious thing for everybody that's busy.
Yeah.
That's when I put everything down on my phone, because if I don't, I am not going to remember.
That would help. That would help me if I didn't just set my phone random places and forget about it. But thanks for listening if you made it this far. Again, tomorrow we're having our free comic book day at the Matalorians. Gary will be here doing stuff. We'll have congealed collectibles. We'll have 3 artists. We will have the Goofy Goblins, and then we'll have our favorite person, JM, handing out free comic books and cool stuff. I'll have door prizes that I'm going to announce later today. And yeah.
Do you get real doors with the prizes?
I can get you doors. You don't question me. I think that's a good enough outro. I hope everybody has a good day. Say bye, Gary.
Bye, Gary.